Hi, I'm Kristen Shinohara from Rochester Institute of Technology, and on behalf of my co-authors, McQuaid and Nayeri Jacobo, I'm presenting our paper, The Burden of Survival, How Doctoral Students in Computing Bridge the Chasm of Inaccessibility. There is a shrinking pipeline of students with disabilities, where fewer undergraduate students with disabilities go on to pursue advanced degrees. Notably, 0.8% or N of 15 of computing doctorate recipients reported having a hearing disability, and 3.6% or N of 66 reported having a visual disability in 2017. By comparison, the NSF survey of earned doctorates reported more than 4,239 computing and mathematics PhDs were awarded in 2019. We sought to learn more about the experiences of blind, low vision, deaf, and hard of hearing doctoral students in computing to better understand the challenges for graduate versus undergraduate student experiences. We also sought to learn from computing students for insight they may have into technical opportunities for improving accessibility. Prior research found that inaccessibility for computing graduate students was evident by the gap between what non-disabled peers had access to and how ineffective solutions were when they were made available. It was also found that accessibility issues for graduate students were complicated by domain-specific and advanced technical needs. We conducted an interview study with 19 doctoral students in computing and related fields. We interviewed 12 blind or low vision and 7 deaf or hard of hearing students. Participants were enrolled in a computing-related PhD program within the last 10 years. We asked participants about accessibility issues they encountered and how accommodations were addressed. We found that workarounds to address tool incompatibility exacted a cost because participants employed trial and error solutions that did not always resolve issues. For example, B2 stated, "I had intensive background in using MATLAB and I had to abandon that. Now I have started using Python, and I would say that cost me at least 2 years. That delayed my research because I was easily writing codes on MATLAB. Changing to any other language means downgrading." Participants also had to self-advocate extensively to not only request accommodations, but also to explain what accessibility issues were and to inform others about what kinds of assistance they might need. D2 put a point to it by saying, "Other people won't do things to make it easier for you." Managing social capital required extra effort of participants because asking for help also exacted a cost. Participants weighed who to ask and what to ask of them, and they were careful not to ask too much. B12 said, "Sometimes I find it burdening to ask the same 1 or 2 friends, 'Hey, can you do this? Can you do that?' It's not very comfortable to ask this from everybody, and you don't want to use up all of it. You want to be cognizant of the fact that they might be busy, and they will not say no, they will do it for you." Finally, grad school expectations compounded time and effort. Simply, academia rewards individual effort and productivity, and grad students are tasked with magnitudes more work than undergrads. Accommodations were typically just not scalable. As B10 said, "I did not really use disability services a lot because, for one, every course will have maybe about 50 articles to read throughout the course. And then, converting those 50 articles to text, the lead time they required was huge, and they will ask me to send all these articles a couple of months in advance. It was impossible, so I just did it for 2 or 3 journal articles, so it was not really effective for me." Taken together, the grad school experience includes many research tasks and social capital management, as well as coursework and programming and teaching. For many of these tasks, accessibility issues abound, which requires maneuvering accommodations, advocating, and asking for help, among other things. Oftentimes, accessibility tasks fall on student shoulders, and they are responsible for requesting, arranging, and managing accommodations, including things like gaining access to data, managing ASL interpreters, or dealing with limited tool accessibility. We consider imagining equitable solutions, such as allowing students to direct and engage their own help and support, or educating faculty about the difference between difficulty and accessibility, and normalizing asking for help, so on and so forth, until we have better supported our students. Though there will still be more to do, our findings suggest that such changes may make a difference. This work was supported by the NSF. We look forward to your comments and questions. Thank you.